I'm back. This podcast is going to get maybe a couple more views because I am back. It's not just Justin.
And Breach is here too.
Yes, so
Wait a minute,
double.
where were you?
So yesterday I was helping my cousin move out of their house. So we had to move, put it in the truck at the house, bring it to the storage unit, and then we had to do that again. Because they had furniture that had to go in the second time. So the second time we went there, and it was about to close, and there was a bunch of people that were trying to load their stuff into their trucks or vice versa. And so I was like, what the heck? You're closing in 20 minutes. What are you doing? So then the owner said was like, oh, you can stay as long as you want. And they kicked the other people out. So but that's not important. What's important is I got a question for you guys. Um, I know Justin's a big Marvel guy. Breach, you watch any of the Marvel movies?
I tried. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, then Justin, my question for you is, um, what do you think? I think they address this eventually. Right now, I am on Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I'm watching in release order. Um,
Five-star movie.
it's. I mean, I've seen it before. I watched it in. I did the chronological order, like the timeline first, and then now I'm doing the release order.
The
So
real way.
my thought going into this, or in the middle of this movie, I think I'm when they go into the where um, the original base was, um, and so I'm trying to, or this has been going through my head the past couple of movies, and I think they address it eventually. What happens when they have to clean all this stuff up? Who cleans it up? How long does it take to clean up? If your building was destroyed, I just watched Captain America run through an office building. If you go
Oh,
to your
they
office,
never, they never tell you who cleans it up. They just say, you kill more people than what you show on camera, right? That's what Civil War is about.
yeah, I know they addressed it there, and that's like you said, that's why it's a civil war. But I'm just thinking about this, and I'm like, New York City just being destroyed, London, just destroyed, what in the world, I know it's just a movie, but it's what's the deal with this? I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but
I know in Spider-Man: Homecoming, that's how the villain gets started because they hire a team to clean up the mess, and then one person
yeah.
comes over and is like, "By the way, you don't need to clean this up anymore. We hired a special crew because this is radioactive alienware or some shit."
Uh-huh.
And then they steal some of the weaponry, and then they're like, "Oh yeah."
And that's the cool thing about the MCU is because they can take any little itty bitty thing and turn it into a whole big thing. Because that when they took it from that, and they could have the kid in Iron Man 3, maybe he in 5 years from now becomes some character that we never heard of before. You know what I mean? It's just I don't even know. I'm appreciating it a lot more now because I know what happens and I know the timeline of events that happens. So now it's just me relearning it all, so then I can know off the top of my head oh yeah, this happened there, that happened there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have 6 movies left until I'm done. A
Really?
month for Ragnarok.
Okay. I think. Well, I'm only let's see. I'm at uh, Winter Soldier. So I've got oh,
Oh,
that's
you got
okay.
ways
That's
to go.
2017. Yeah. So I didn't realize I was looking, and I pay attention a lot more to little details, throughout the movies. When they were talking about in what was it? I think it was in the Avengers at the beginning when they're talking about Phase 2, and I was like, oh yeah, because it's Phase 2 for Shield, but in the movie sense, that's the end of Phase 1, and now they're moving into Phase 2 with Iron Man 3. So that's kind of I don't know. It was just little things like that, and I'm also excited to watch Ant-Man again, just because Paul Rudd, great
So,
guy.
So honestly, what? Okay, I know that they've come out with like X-Men had their franchise, and there's been Spider-Man and Batman and all that jazz. Like there's been superhero movies before, but if you trace it back, what's the first movie of the franchise? Was it Iron Man?
Iron Man 1 starts off Marvel.
Yeah,
So
2008.
when they sat down to write Iron Man, did they know what they were starting, or did it kind of just build and then all of a sudden they're like they've connected these guys and those guys and
no. They knew they were making up to Avengers. So they every movie they plant seeds to lead to the next movie.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just like all of a sudden they've got a huge story and they've branched it off to like 17 different movies. Okay, so they kind of at least had a little bit of the plan.
Plus, they have the comic books.
I feel like there was 4 parts to the plan, and they just kept adding to it to see what would work. But they definitely did the OG Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and the Hulk, and then made Avengers the movie. Like that was their plan all along.
There's Iron Man, Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 3, right?
Yeah.
So when's the next Iron Man coming out?
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you need to, if you really want to know, you got to watch the movies.
Well, those are the ones that I like. I've seen those 3. I just was wondering if they're going to come out with another one.
If you don't plan on watching every single movie,
watch Infinity War, watch Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, and you'll find out what happens.
No, Infinity War first, and then Endgame. I think Infinity War is on Netflix, and Endgame is on Disney Plus.
No, I watched Spider-Man. I saw what happened. Spider-Man starts with
what? Like
I knew Breech was trolling, but I was going with the troll.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know anymore.
So Breech wants us on Saturday to live stream and watch this wrestling show. Breech, what's this wrestling show you're trying to make us pay $15 for?
We're gonna watch Cock Tortures.
Huh?
Oh, you don't want to watch that? All right, well then we're gonna watch the wrestling show. We're gonna watch Talkin' Shop-a-Mania, hosted by none other than Talkin' Shop, the world's greatest 30-minute dick-slapping wrestling podcast of all time, with none other than Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Luke Gallows hosting it. A wrestling show in Doc Gallows' backyard. He basically put this pay-per-view together 30 minutes after being released from WWE, basically pulling people out of wrestling school, pulling people that he was friends with that are also released from WWE at the same time that are looking for work. This is going to be a big show. It's probably going to be right up there, one of the best pay-per-views of the year. I'm calling it right now, Observer Show of the Year. Number one.
We had Wrestle Kingdom Night 1, and then we have Talkin' Shop Mania. That's
what is
the
this
show
called?
Talkin' Shop Mania.
Talking Shop.
This is going to be on Fight TV. It's going to be
available for $14.99.
Oh my God! All right, I'm looking up this thing.
I honestly don't know how the credit works. Can you use the credit on this show, or do they give you the credit towards another show to like keep you on the Fight thing? I can honestly said I thought I was going to get a few different shows from Fight. I thought I would get like a New Japan show or an Impact show back in the day. Never pulled the trigger, so I don't really know how it works. But I like to support these guys. I mean, I can honestly tell you I'm not the biggest New Japan fans in the world, but Talkin' Shop I fell in love with on the MLW podcast network when they were working in Japan. And I just, I bought their shirts when they were in WWE. I wish I could say I cheered for them, but they weren't on TV all that much when they were in WWE. So I'm looking forward to this.
So what is is there a card? Like, can I look at a card?
As of right now, there's 2 matches announced.
There's a money back guarantee.
The main event is what hooked me for me to watch this with Breech.
Okay, so I've got right off the bat, we've got a pre-show social distancing battle royal. Each competitor has to keep 6 feet away. The main event is Chad Too Bad versus Sex Ferguson. Yes, WWE somehow gave them the rights to these characters, and they're going to be able to use them.
I think
and this will be in a boneyard.
I think they applied for the what's it called? They applied for the trademark. Okay,
I think
so
the boneyard match is going to be worth the $15 alone.
And there's going to be from the commercial. There's going to be a swerve where they beat the piss out of each other, and they have to come together to overcome the odds, I believe.
Okay, so I'm looking at Carl Anderson tweeted on July 9th a little clip where he's showing. I see a pink go-kart or whatever golf cart, and I see a hearse that says "Too Bad" on it, and I see a pile of dirt, and I see a chicken. And I see a wooden coffin with a knife, and then he kicks the chicken and makes the noise of the chicken. So
I can guarantee you that we're gonna get Heath Slater. Can guarantee you Brian Myers. I know that Enzo is going to be there.
Enzo's on the show, bearing the show in the promo.
God dang it, dude.
I know that they make it look okay. If you can remember back in ECW, that's gonna be trouble. What are we doing? 5. It's gonna be 7-1. This game's done. Mets
just
suck,
like real,
Bobby.
This is just like a real Skype call, guys. We'll be talking to Breech, and all of a sudden he just goes off to something else, like nothing happened.
No, he.
Wall. Bobby's probably choking his chicken right now. KFC blows too. But okay.
7-1.
So we got Enzo's gonna be there. They make it look like Zack Ryder's gonna be there, but I don't think he's gonna be there. But if you can remember back to ECW, Zack Ryder had an enhancement match against the guy that was on MTV True Life, I Want to Be a Pro Wrestler. And the guy who played the Paperboy was wrestling in the match against Ryder. I think that Ryder hit his finisher, and something happened when he hit his finisher that the guy's pants, his tights exploded. That's the only way to say it. He came up, he was not wearing any tights, buck-ass naked in the ring on live ECW television. He's on there. They're playing off that. I think they're going to have a match, but I don't think the match is going to be there. So, but it's going to be a good show. I don't care if it's 2 hours, 3 hours. It's going to be better than anything that we've seen in WWE since we've been doing these live streaming. The only thing I think that can compete is the Money in the Bank match that we saw back in May or June.
Okay, so I'm looking at the card, and it says also appearing Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, Chico El Luchador, Enzo, Heath Miller, Brian Myers, Chavo Guerrero, Alex Kozlov, Rocky Romero, Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, Rock and Roll Express, Dave Penzer, D'Lo Brown, No, Willie Mack, John Swinger, Swoggle, Raven, Brush Boy, and more.
This is going to be cool. We're going to pay $15. We're going to laugh, and then we're going to be like, why do we buy the show at the end?
Hold on, wait a minute. Did you say Raven?
Yeah.
Raven's not. I'm pretty damn sure that Raven's not on the show. I know that Raven's Flock is on the show, but no Raven. Sick Boy and I think Lodi. They come walking out of the woods.
Huh.
I don't think Raven's on the show. They would have put him on the commercial, and I think they would have put him on the poster.
Huh.
Well, anyways, that's the show that we're going to watch, dude.
I'm like, I'll say this. I'm a lot more convinced than I was 10 minutes ago to watch this show.
You know the Boneyard match?
I'm a lot more intrigued.
Boneyard match is going to be funny. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing.
Count.
Okay. If this said like $9.99, then I'd be like, okay, like I can do that. But to slap the $14.99, it's that $5 difference. That's a little.
I feel like I'll PayPal you $5.
We'll see what happens on Saturday. I don't know what's going on. The Hawks might make a run. Who knows?
Mike's not doing nothing. He's not moving any furniture anymore. He'll be in.
What I want to know is like, so was this moving like last minute, Mike?
Well,
you guys weren't able to get one in the tank and like gimmick the show for the day.
Well, to be honest, I thought we did. I thought we had something to upload, but I didn't like.
Why didn't you text me? I would have came through. You guys just did the show.
I didn't think that it was going to take that long to do the thing now.
So Justin, did you do a solo show?
He did.
Yeah, 8 minutes long.
He didn't even call you.
All right.
Sad.
All right.
Sad.
I feel bad. I would have gave you one of my videos to upload and just changed the date on it.
I don't think it works like that. Anyways, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably listening to this on StevieBreech's podcast. Head over to my channel. Link will not be in the bio, but just try to search my name. RKO, the infamous NWO.
All right.
Back with another video. And we're out of here.
I'll talk to you again after I watch Captain America.
Tomorrow.